Story 3. A Devoted Son by Anita Desai. Summary. A Devoted Son by Anita Desai is a poignant short story set in a middle-class Indian family, exploring the themes of filial duty, familial expectations, and the complexities of family relationships. The story revolves around Rakesh, a successful doctor who returns to his hometown after completing his medical studies in the United States. The narrative begins with the celebration of Rakesh's success in the medical examination, which brings immense pride and joy to his family and neighbors. Rakesh's father, Mr. Varma, a humble oil salesman, is particularly elated by his son's achievements. The news of Rakesh's opportunity to pursue further studies in the US fills everyone with hope and excitement for his future. However, Rakesh surprises his family and the community by choosing to return to India after completing his studies abroad. He rejects lucrative job offers at prestigious American hospitals, as his heart lies with serving his own people and fulfilling his responsibilities towards his parents and his country. Despite initial doubts from some locals about his decision to come back, Rakesh remains firm in his commitment to his family and his roots. Upon his return, Rakesh gets married to a woman from a rural background, despite his parents' reservations about her education level. Rakesh's marriage marks a turning point in his life as he assumes the role of a dutiful husband and son. He dedicates himself wholeheartedly to his medical career and rapidly rises to become the director of a city hospital. The achievement fills his parents with pride and admiration for their devoted son. As Rakesh's professional responsibilities grow, he becomes a father himself, and the demands of his expanding family and career leave him with little time to spare for his ailing father. Rakesh's father, now weakened with age and illness, longs for more attention and care from his devoted son. Despite the best intentions of both father and son, their relationship becomes strained as they struggle to navigate the complexities of changing roles and expectations. In one poignant scene, Rakesh's father disobeys his son's instructions to avoid sweets due to his health condition and seeks them from his grandson instead. Rakesh becomes frustrated and disappointed with his father's seemingly disobedient behavior, highlighting the generational and cultural gaps that come into play as family dynamics evolve over time. As the story progresses, the emotional toll on both Rakesh and his father becomes evident. Rakesh grapples with the conflict between his responsibilities as a devoted son and his desire to fulfill his personal ambitions and professional success. Meanwhile, his father's yearning for more attention and care deepens, further complicating their relationship. In the climax of the story, Rakesh's father passes away, leaving his devoted son to grapple with a mix of grief and guilt over not being able to fulfill his father's expectations completely. The story ends with a profound portrayal of the complexities of family relationships and the sacrifices often made by individuals in the pursuit of success and their duty towards their loved ones. A Devoted Son is a thought-provoking and emotionally charged story that delves into the intricacies of familial bonds, the tensions between individual aspirations and traditional expectations, and the universal theme of the enduring love between parents and children. Anita Desai's evocative storytelling captures the essence of Indian family life and human emotions, making A Devoted Son a powerful and memorable exploration of the complexities of family dynamics in contemporary Indian society. Understanding the text. Answer the following questions. How did the morning papers bring an ambience of celebration in the Varma family? The morning papers brought an ambience of celebration in the Varma family as they read the announcement of Rakesh being recognized as the country's best student in the medical test. The news filled the household with joy and pride, as the family members realized the magnitude of Rakesh's accomplishment. They were elated by the recognition he received for his hard work and dedication. The achievement symbolized a significant milestone in Rakesh's life and brought a sense of fulfillment and happiness to his parents, Mr. Varma and his wife. The entire family celebrated this momentous occasion, reveling in the success of their devoted son and basking in the glory of his achievements, making it a day of immense pride and celebration in the Varma household. B. How did the community celebrate Rakesh's success? Rakesh's achievement in the medical test was celebrated extravagantly by his neighbors. Upon hearing the news, they visited his home to congratulate him and his family, expressing immense joy and pride in his success. The neighbors adorned the house, showered Rakesh with gifts, and offered blessings to honor his achievement. The Varma family treated the occasion like a carnival, providing food, music, and lights to make the celebration grand and festive. The entire neighborhood came together to celebrate Rakesh's accomplishment, creating a joyous and vibrant atmosphere as they expressed their appreciation and admiration for his hard work and dedication. See, why was Rakesh's success a special matter of discussion in the neighborhood? Rakesh's remarkable achievement in being the first son of the Varma family and the entire community to graduate from college with the highest GPA in the nation became a prominent topic of conversation in the neighborhood. His success in passing the medical examination was a matter of pride for everyone. Rakesh's amiable personality endeared him to his neighbors, making his accomplishment even more special and significant in the community. His achievement was celebrated and admired by all, as he set a precedent for academic excellence and success in the Varma family and the entire neighborhood. Rakesh's hard work and dedication made him a source of inspiration and admiration among his peers and the people around him. D. How does the author make fun with the words America and the USA? In the story, Mr. Varma attaches more weight and prestige to the term the USA than simply using America. He suggests that the family and others should refer to it as the USA because it conveys a sense of a dream nation where students can develop their careers. To him, the USA sounds more sophisticated, disciplined, and focused on academic and career-building opportunities, unlike the casual perception of just America being like any other nations, such as Nepal or India. The author humorously criticizes people's perception of these terms, highlighting how some attach greater importance and aspirations to specific names and labels, despite both referring to the same country. E. How does the author characterize Rakesh's wife? The author introduces his wife, Veena, as the daughter of a longtime friend of Mr. Varma's family. Veena is portrayed as an old-fashioned rural girl who is shy, quiet, and lacks education. Despite her limited education, she dedicates herself to fulfilling household chores and strives to please others. The author presents Veena as a traditional and domesticated woman, adhering to societal norms and expectations of a dutiful wife. Her character reflects simplicity and humility, emphasizing her role as a homemaker and her efforts to contribute to the well-being of the family. F. Describe how Rakesh rises in his career. The story portrays the inspiring journey of Rakesh and his family, starting as impoverished individuals and eventually becoming prosperous. Rakesh's father's hard work and sacrifices enable him to excel academically, graduating with the highest grades in the nation. He further gains knowledge and financial stability in the United States before returning to his homeland to work at the local hospital. Due to his honesty and dedication, he quickly rises through the ranks and becomes the hospital's director. With his rising popularity and financial success, he becomes well known in the community. Eventually, he decides to leave the municipal hospital and open his own clinic, achieving a successful career trajectory. The story exemplifies the transformation of Rakesh and his family, from humble beginnings to becoming the wealthiest physician in town, driven by determination, hard work, and unwavering commitment to their goals. G. How does the author describe Rakesh's family background? Rakesh hails from a family with humble beginnings, as his great-grandparents were vegetable sellers. They live in a small yellow house by the roadside, and their financial situation is characterized by low income and lack of education. Rakesh's mother has devoted her life to being a stay-at-home mom, managing household chores, while his father has been toiling at a kerosene warehouse in their hometown for the past 4 decades. The author's depiction of Rakesh's upbringing reveals that his family lives in extreme poverty, facing financial challenges and limited opportunities. The story emphasizes the contrast between Rakesh's impoverished background and his later success, highlighting the determination and hard work that led him to overcome adversity and achieve a prosperous career as a physician. H. What is the impact of Rakesh's mother's death on his father? The death of Rakesh's mother has deeply impacted his father, leading to a series of illnesses that puzzle Rakesh. His father's emotional state has deteriorated, causing his physical health to decline. The absence of his beloved wife has left him feeling lonely and unloved, resulting in a profound sense of sorrow and melancholy. Rakesh observes his father's deteriorating mood and health,
realizing that the loss of his mother has left a significant void in his life.
The story highlights the profound bond between Rakesh's parents and the impact of his mother's absence on his father's well-being, underscoring the emotional toll of losing a loved one and the struggles of coping with grief and loneliness. What did Rakesh do to make his father's old age more comfortable? Rakesh takes loving care of his father, reading the morning newspaper to him and fulfilling his father's preferences for boiled and low-grease foods. He sits by his father's bedside, bringing him morning tea in his favorite brass cup, trying to provide comfort and peace. Rakesh ensures his father's health by restricting certain foods like oily and sweet items for longevity and well-being. He encourages his father to spend time in the backyard, and even takes him outside under the stars at night. Rakesh's dedication to his father's well-being is evident as he goes above and beyond to support and care for him, creating a strong and loving bond between them. Why did the old man try to bribe his grandchildren? The old man, who was prohibited from consuming his favorite sweets, decided to bribe his grandkids to buy them for him. Despite being restricted from indulging in sugary treats for the sake of his health, the old man couldn't resist the temptation. So, he sought the help of his grandkids, enticing them with rewards to secretly bring him the sweets he longed for. This act of bribery allowed him to enjoy his favorite meal discreetly, even though it went against his prescribed diet. The story captures the old man's desire for the forbidden pleasure of sweets and his clever tactics to satisfy his cravings through the assistance of his beloved grandkids. Are Mr. Varma's complaints about his diets reasonable? How? According to the speaker, Rakesh's decision to abstain from his favorite meals is not due to any external pressure or restrictions. Instead, Rakesh voluntarily gave up those meals because they started causing him health issues. Moreover, as a doctor, Rakesh felt a sense of responsibility and wanted his father to live a long and healthy life as a loving son. Therefore, the concerns Mr. Varma, Rakesh's father, had about his diet are baseless, as Rakesh's choices were driven by his own personal convictions and care for his father's well-being. The speaker challenges the notion that Rakesh's actions were imposed on him, highlighting the sincerity and dedication with which he made those decisions. Reference to the context. How did Varma couple make sacrifices for their son's higher education? The Varmas had put in 40 years of hard labor at a kerosene depot, while their wife worked tirelessly to keep the home running smoothly. The Varma couple worked long and hard throughout their lives in order to pay for their son's higher education. They had hoped for the best for their son's schooling their whole lives. Mr. Varma didn't have the opportunity to further his education since he was the son of a vegetable seller. However, he aspired to provide his son Rakesh a good education. After a while, he was able to achieve his objective and make his dream come true. Mr. Varma and his wife were rewarded for their perseverance. Varma has never been inside a school in his life. Rakesh, his eldest son, was the first in the family to go to college. Thus, the sacrifice that Mr. and Mrs. Varma has put to educate their son Rakesh was extraordinary. Mr. Varma suffers from diseases one after another after his wife's death. Would he have enjoyed better health if she had not died before him? Give reasons. I think that Mr. Varma's condition would not have been that miserable if Mrs. Varma was alive. Rakesh was having his own happy life. Therefore, there was nobody to take care of his father. After his wife's death, he was literally loneliest both mentally and physically. After the loss of his wife, his body began to respond in an odd way. He seemed to be quite content with himself and his state of mind. Varma was afflicted with a strange disease that made him sick often. Rakesh had no clue what was causing his father's recurrent sickness. While his wife was still alive, Varma did an excellent job. This caused him great sadness. He was in a state of disarray. His wife had died, and he was left all by himself. Then he began acting strangely. He wasn't allowed to consume his favorite meals because of the risks to his health. He made up his mind that he was despised and disregarded. Finally, he decided that dying was a better option than continuing to take medications. After that, he behaved in a much worse manner. To be honest, he'd be in better shape now if his wife hadn't passed away. See, Dr. Rakesh is divided between a doctor and a son. As a son, he loves his father and worries about his weakening health, but as a doctor he is strict on his father's diet and medicine. In your view, what else could Rakesh have done to make his father's final years more comfortable? Despite Rakesh's job and responsibilities, he wholeheartedly dedicated himself to taking care of his father during his final years. However, the speaker believes that Rakesh could have done more to make his father more comfortable and content. Rather than yelling at his father, the speaker suggests that Rakesh could have shown him more respect and treated him with kindness. Instead of being strict, Rakesh could have made an effort to constantly bring joy to his father's life. Rather than solely focusing on his father's physical health, Rakesh could have tried to understand his emotional needs and offered him emotional support. The speaker emphasizes that Rakesh had the opportunity to enhance his father's well-being by nurturing a deeper emotional connection and providing more compassion and understanding. D. What does the story say about the relationship between grandfather and grandchildren? Grandparents and grandchildren often have close connections in households. In this story, this relationship is shown as more cooperative because Mr. Varma tries to get what he wants by using his young grandson. He begins bribing his grandson to bring him jalebis in exchange for money. However, these sorts of activities are not good deeds. A wonderful connection between a grandpa and his grandkids has been shown in this story. Grandparents should be excellent role models for their grandkids. Varma lives with his grandkids, who are his closest companions. Because of Rakesh's actions, he's depressed. His grandkids are his closest companions, with whom he plays and spends the time while he is alone. E. Do you call Rakesh a devoted son? Give reasons. Indeed, Rakesh can be rightfully called a devoted son for various compelling reasons. Firstly, he chose to return to his homeland and continue his job to serve and take care of his parents, despite lucrative job opportunities abroad. Secondly, he selflessly married an illiterate rural woman, ensuring that she could dedicate time to caring for his parents. Rakesh displayed unwavering dedication to his mother until her last moments, providing constant support and care. Despite his busy schedule as a doctor and family man, he managed to prioritize his father's well-being and spend quality time with him. He took charge of his father's diet, banning unhealthy oily foods, and procured high-quality medicines and tonics. Throughout his father's illness, Rakesh treated him with utmost respect and humility, making every possible effort to ensure his father's longevity. Based on these actions, it is evident that Rakesh truly embodies the characteristics of a devoted son, fulfilling his duties and responsibilities with utmost love and care. Reference beyond the text. I'll write an essay on the parents' ambition for their children in Nepali society. You must give at least 5 examples. The parents' ambition for their children in Nepali society. In Nepali society, parents play a vital role in shaping the future of their children's generation. They are known for their long-term sacrifices and hard work to ensure the well-being and success of their offspring. With unwavering hope, they hold high expectations for their children's future. Nepali parents are deeply invested in molding their children's bright futures and are ambitious in their efforts. Parents in Nepal are attentive to various aspects that contribute to their children's future success. They instill excellent manners, cultural values, and religious awareness in their children. They seek love, care, and support from their children in their old age. Fulfilling their children's desires is a common trait among Nepali parents, and they prioritize providing their children with a quality education as the key to a bright future. Education holds significant importance for Nepali parents, and they take immense pride in their children's achievements. They closely monitor their children's progress in all aspects of life. The aspirations of Nepali families for their children's success and etiquette are evident in their actions and behavior. In conclusion, Nepali parents are deeply devoted to their children's well-being and are driven by a strong desire to see them succeed. They invest considerable efforts in shaping their children's character and ensuring they receive a good education. The high expectations and ambitions of Nepali parents reflect their love, care, and determination to secure a prosperous future for their children.
B. Medicines replace our diets in the old age. What can be done to make old age less dependent on medicine? As people age, they often rely on various medical interventions to address health issues and cope with the challenges of old age. This phase of life is characterized by physical weakening and the onset of ailments, leading to increased medication usage. The elderly become more susceptible to sickness and frailty, and their bodies respond differently to medications. To reduce the dependence on medication in old age, caregivers can ask essential questions to determine the necessity of each drug. Assessing the potential benefits against the risks and damages of a medication can help in making informed decisions. Considering if a medication can be avoided altogether or if a lower dosage would suffice is also crucial. Additionally, adopting certain lifestyle changes can help in reducing reliance on pharmaceuticals in old age. Maintaining a hygienic lifestyle, avoiding unhealthy foods, drinking clean water, and managing mental stress are vital aspects of staying healthy. Adequate intake of nutritious foods and regular physical activity are also important for maintaining overall well-being. By carefully evaluating the necessity of medications and making lifestyle changes, the elderly can potentially reduce their reliance on pharmaceuticals and improve their quality of life in old age. These approaches can help promote better health and well-being during the later stages of life. See you write an essay on care of elderly citizens in about 300 words. Care of elderly citizens. The treatment and care of elderly individuals have become subjects of debate and concern in society. Many older people, who have spent their lives working hard and raising families, find themselves abandoned by their own families and placed in nursing homes or other elderly care facilities. Critics argue that it is the family's responsibility to care for their elders, as they have contributed to society and deserve respect and support in their old age. They believe that younger individuals can benefit from the wisdom and experience of their elders if they live nearby. On the other hand, some see caring for elderly parents as a financial burden and opt for institutional care. However, caring for the elderly should be a collective responsibility, and everyone should prioritize the needs and expectations of their elders. It is important to recognize the significance of elderly family members and provide them with love, respect, and care. Elders bring valuable perspectives and insights to life, and their contributions should not be overlooked. The focus should be on maintaining a positive and compassionate attitude towards the elderly, brightening their lives, and dedicating efforts to their well-being. Humanity plays a central role in ensuring the well-being of older individuals and honoring their contributions to society over the years. Critics argue that it is the family's responsibility to care for the elderly when they are no longer able to work. They believe that proximity to younger generations benefits both parties, as younger individuals can learn from the wisdom and experience of their elders. Additionally, elders in retirement homes may feel unwanted due to infrequent family visits, prompting concerns about emotional well-being. On the other hand, some argue that financially supporting elderly parents can be burdensome for their busy offspring. The cost of care, coupled with the extensive needs of sick elderly individuals, poses practical challenges. In conclusion, society should prioritize caring for its elderly members, acknowledging their past contributions and ensuring they receive the respect, care, and love they deserve. Families and communities should come together to support the elderly and recognize the wisdom and experience they bring.
Demonstrating humanity and compassion towards the elderly is essential in creating a society that values and cares for its older members. Best of luck.